Hey, welcome to Flatbread Friday. It's an interesting one today. I harvested some banana peppers from my garden and some herbs, and I got some grape tomatoes from Misfits Market and some red onion. And today we're going to make an Italian garden vegetable pizza, and it's going to be good. Oh, and pesto that I made from basil from my garden. So that's another reason we're calling it garden. So let's go. I'm using a Poppin' Fresh crust again because that's the only thing I can find in the store. My usual good crusts seem to be unavailable, and you know, we're doing the roll up and crimp thing like we did on the last. And you roll it and squish it together, and that makes a nice little thick crust. It's a little small, but that's okay. We have to par bake this for 8 minutes, so we'll see that. Okay, our par baked crust is ready. We've got our ingredients all lined up and ready to go. And the first thing we're going to do is pop on some pesto. That should be enough. You want to do a thin layer of pesto because it's oily. And when it gets baked, it's going to spread out because it is oily. Pesto's down. Now we're going to follow it up with a finely shredded Italian cheese blend. It's got mozzarella and provolone, Asiago, Parmesan, Romano, and Fontina. That's a lot of cheeses. So we're going to sprinkle that all over this guy. Alrighty then. As you can see, I have sliced my hot banana peppers into rings and cut up some red onion. And so we're going to do a color contrast here. We start with the green peppers. Whoops, there goes an onion. Our banana peppers are down. I did forget to mention in the intro that I bought some roasted red peppers from Misfits Market. So those are going on next. Banana peppers on. Next thing we're going to do is our red onion, and even though it's red like the banana peppers, like the roasted red peppers. Did I say banana peppers? Roasted red peppers. So anyway, on goes the onions. And our onions are on. Next comes our grape tomatoes. We're just going to pop those on randomly. Our tomatoes are now on, and any leftover tomatoes and roasted red peppers are going to go into my next recipe, which is going to be fabulous, so stay tuned. Now I'd like to sprinkle I have some chopped parsley and chopped oregano, so we're going to sprinkle a little oregano on this. And obviously these herbs came from my garden. I hate to brag, but I do. And we're going to finish this off with some freshly grated Parmesan cheese, shredded, not grated, which is going to give it a nice crust. So on it goes. Our Italian garden vegetable pizza is now ready to go in the oven. We're going in for 20 minutes at 400 degrees, and we'll see what it looks like when it comes up. Here is our Italian garden vegetable pizza. All done, all round, all bubbly, all crispy, and we are going to slice it and serve it. As you can see, I've placed some on a plate, but I wanted to give you a close-up of what we look like inside. It is vegetable-y and cheesy and pesto-y and so good. And here's what it looks like from the outside. This is our Italian garden vegetable pizza. And before we eat it, I'm going to just garnish it with a little fresh parsley from my garden, mostly just because I had some. But that adds some greenness and prettiness to it. So now we're going to eat it. Thank you for joining me on another edition of Flatbread Friday, and thank you for letting me play with my harvest from my garden and some other stuff from Misfits Market, duh. And again, thanks for joining me, and stay tuned because our next thing is going to be awesome.